Outsourcing cost decision problem 2. Fruit Boat Company manufactures 10 fruit-themed boats per month. A navigation system is included in each boat. Fruit Boat Company manufactures the navigation system in-house, but is considering the possibility of outsourcing this function. At present, the variable cost per unit is $280 and the fixed costs are $39,000 per month. If it outsourced the navigation system, fixed costs could be reduced by half and the vacant facilities could be rented out to earn $2,000 per month of rental income. What is the maximum contract cost that Fruit Boat Company should pay for outsourcing? So this one's pretty straightforward. Of course, these types of business decisions still involve lots of calculations, but it's still pretty straightforward because we know the question's asking about outsourcing and it's asking for the maximum contract costs that Fruit Boat Company should pay for outsourcing. Now this one we can actually, the way it's set up, we can actually do differential analysis, which means that we look at the change in the differential. So we're told that Fruit Boat Company manufactures 10 fruit-themed boats per month. So everything here is on a monthly basis. You'll see that the numbers, we have fixed costs of $39,000 per month. So we're going to use that 10 in doing that calculation. We're also told the variable costs per unit are $280. We're told that the fixed costs would be reduced by half, and the vacant facilities could be rented out for $2,000 per month of rental income. So everything is monthly. Everything is on a monthly basis in this question. That's the first thing to understand. Now, some of you might be looking at the facts and saying, well, how much does it cost to outsource? And that's a great question, and that is the question. We're trying to determine the maximum contract cost that Fruit Boat Company could pay for outsourcing to the point that it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. It makes more sense to do it in-house like we're doing currently. So the way to do this is just go down the costs, go down the changes, determine how much in savings would occur. So we're looking at the savings by outsourcing, We start with the variable costs. So again, we're using 10 per month. So we take 10 times $280 per unit, and we're going to get a cost of $2,800. So the variable cost is $2,800. Okay, the fixed cost. So we're told that the fixed cost per month is $39,000, and we're told that the fixed costs are going to be reduced by half. So we take 39,000 times 0.5, and that's going to give us $19,500. So far looking like a big number, right? Big number. It is big. If you can save that much in fixed costs, already looking like outsourcing is going to be good. Also, we're told that if we switch to outsourcing and no longer make this in-house, the vacant facilities could be rented out to earn $2,000 per month. So think of that as opportunity costs, where we could take advantage of that if we outsource the rent $2,000 per month with respect to renting out those facilities. So that'd be $2,000. If we add all those numbers, we get total savings by outsourcing. Total savings by outsourcing of $24,300. That's just outsource. We don't know the cost of outsourcing, but if we get rid of doing this in-house, we save $24,300 because we no longer have the variable costs at 10 units times 280. We can save $19,500 in fixed costs, and then we can also rent out this excess space at $2,000 per month. So our total savings, $24,300. Well, now the question is, what is the maximum contract cost that Fruit Boat Company can pay for outsourcing? And the idea here is you want to set it to the break-even exactly amount, the exact equal amount. So if we know the total savings is $24,300, we want to take that amount and divide it by the number of units, 10, and the most we could pay an outsourcing company to make these units. To make these units will be $2,430 per unit. And the idea here is if the amount is more than $2,430, then it would cost more than the total savings of $24,300. It would cost, more than that, and it wouldn't make sense. It would just make more sense to do it in-house. If we can do it for $24,330 or less, it's good. If it costs more than $24,330, it's bad. We don't do it. We rather do it in-house. So that's why we're going through the savings by getting rid of the cost of doing it in-house, and we then work backwards to take the $24,300 in savings, divide that by the 10 units that would be produced, $24.30 per unit. That is the maximum contract cost that Fruit Boat Company can pay for outsourcing.